you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show 'em who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold channel. If you are a first timer, then welcome. Thanks to my old and new subscribers, and if you haven't done so yet, you can do so down below. Hit that subscribe button and then hit that bell. When you hit that bell, it gives you notifications for when I send out my videos, such as the reviews on the day's plays, on daily setups, weekly swings, monthly swings, motivational videos, informational videos. Let's get to it. Our review on the plays I had for you guys on March 22nd. Let's get to it. Neo was the first one. I had this on the top 5 list. I did not have this on the main list. So Neo, we had an inside bar. We needed to break triggers to the high or low. We did that at 21.19 and we climbed up way past 21.70. Okay, so Neo had, at this point up here, I think it was about an 8.5% gain from here. So we're looking at a 4.5% gain just in common shares. Okay, when we did trigger here, I did go long on Neo for the weekly. This pink line is our weekly swing trade, so I am in Neo for our weekly swing play, okay? So Neo, you would have had a winner. And I think for the most part, guys, every play on here outside of just a few were a winner if you played them. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Boeing Company. Boeing had a really good day today. We broke that trigger here at 187.27. We filled that gap and we were gone, okay? So that gap realistically could have been your first target, and we hit that and more. So BA was a big winner. BA Alibaba. So here we go. So I put out a trigger video this morning, just for a reminder for you, or a gap video for you guys this morning, just as a reminder. So let's go to the 30-minute and see how the gap played out today. Okay. So I like to see after this 30-minute bar if we have a break to the high or break to the low. If we have a break to the low, we're likely going to fill this gap. Probabilities say so. And then if we go up, we're likely to continue higher. Well, we continued higher slightly, I guess, outside of here, okay? So 117.25 to about, 118.20. So about a buck. You could have had some good money there on that gap play. Okay, so if we go back to the day, I don't have targets on here, but again, here's another gap. So we're talking about this gap possibly getting filled. We filled this gap here, okay? So that gap plus a little bit more. Okay, so that was a play on Baba. I don't normally play reversals, or gaps, but you guys can feel free, watch the videos and feel free to. It's just not really my thing. MRVL, Marvel. Look at this. Guys, this isn't a coincidence. We hit exact targets on this stuff. Okay, there's a bunch that are like this. Exactly. To a T. Okay, look. There's the T. To a T we hit targets. Marvel, you would have made really good money on today if you took that trigger, okay? And you could have sold anywhere in here for good profit today. Starbucks, we're still inside bar, so this will be a double inside bar. I'll guarantee you this will be on my top 5 list for tonight. ORCL is Oracle. So again, here's our trigger. We didn't quite hit targets on Oracle. Okay, this is one of the ones I thought would play bigger than it did. So you likely, if you didn't take your profits here, you would have got stopped out on Oracle. So far we are 1, 2, 3, 4 of 5 because the one was a gap. Airbnb hit the trigger here on the yellow line, hit our target, okay? winner. Triggers and targets, that's all we need to play. And if you take profit before the target, I'm good with that, guys. Look, here's another one on ATVI. Broke the trigger, hit target 1, and not quite to target 2. So really good money on Activision made today. BAC, Bank of America, we had the gap. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. That's how we do it on our gap video. Okay, go to the 30-minute chart. And unfortunately, this would have been a no bueno play for us. Realistically, when we gap up and we take targets, so let's go back to the daily. What we're looking for when we gap up is a target. So this target is way up here. It's far, far ahead. So if we go back to the hourly chart and look, our first target is here, okay? And this gap here, you can see here to here is a gap, and it got filled on this bar, and our target would have been here. So it would have been a non-play for us if we're going back in time and looking at this thing, okay? So for me, if I was playing this, this wouldn't have been an option for me on Bank of America. BIDU. So BIDU was another gap. Okay, let's see what happened on here if we go to the 30-minute on BIDU. We open here and we come up, okay? So we this is what we're looking for. This becomes our trigger and we hit targets right here, okay? And again, there's small targets, 156 to 151. It's only $1 in common shares, a little bit more in options, but we hit it and then we just bounced off of that target all day long. Again, not a coincidence. Those are pivot points. It's magnitude. It's stop losses for the bears, okay? So next up on the lists, what are we looking at? Microsoft. Look at this win by Microsoft. Whew, I hope some of you guys were in this one. Inside bar, break, hit target here, target 2, target 3, and more. So Microsoft, you'd be rolling in money right now if you played that one. Inside bar on Colgate, and again, we gapped up, so we go to the 30-minute bar. This is a lesson in gaps for you guys again. So we go to the 30-minute bar. Where are we here? Opening bar. CL on the day, onto the 30-minute. So here, we opened up here, and again, this would have been a non-play for me because we gapped and we came right back down. So what you can do with these guys is when we gap up like this, go up, come back, you can still use this trigger as we come back above if you want. For me, I just wipe those plays clean and I'm on to the next one, okay? So we come back up. You could have played this inside bar for a gain. You could have played this outside bar for a gain. You could have played, looks like that's it, or you could have played this trigger as soon as we triggered and gone, okay? And if you played it, again, you would have made money. No money on the gap for me because of that first 30-minute bar, okay? CRM, Salesforce, we're just going to skip over the gaps now that you guys have seen how they kind of work. But Salesforce, look, almost to a T, we hit this target again. Break the trigger, target 1, target 2, target 3. Okay, CRM, we had a big winner. Edwards Life Sciences, EW. This one broke. This one actually gapped in the morning again. So again, it would have been a non-starter for me. I'm not even going to go through that one because of the gap. Inside bar on Facebook, look, break the trigger. Then we go long on the swing with the pink trigger for the weekly. And then we hit target 1, we hit target 2, and more. Okay, so winners on Facebook again. IBM. We stayed inside bar on IBM, so that'll be a play on our list for tonight. JP Morgan, unless we break above. I mean, there's still 25 minutes left in the trading day, So again, inside bar on JP Morgan has not broken. I better go back there. Sorry, I didn't see that. JP Morgan gapped up here. Right here. So again, I'm not going to go through the gaps anymore. I've gone through a bunch of them with you guys. That IBM was okay. Keurig Dr. Pepper, KDP. Again, so this was another gap. We opened up way down here on the gap, okay, and then came rising back up. I did think this had a possibility of going outside bar. It didn't end up hitting outside bar. Next up is Lucid. So Lucid, we didn't trigger. We went higher. We didn't get a reversal on Lucid, so there was no play on Lucid. Moderna, we broke down in the morning, hit the trigger, and then hit first targets, and then we went to outside bar. So you should have taken your profits at that first target. If you didn't, you lost on the trade. Okay, take your profits. I'll always tell you guys that. MS, Morgan Stanley, stuck on an inside bar. This will be on my top 5 plays for tonight with the 3-1 setup. Outside bar on Netflix. So again, we broke the trigger. You wouldn't have had a chance probably to take profits on this one. Maybe. But you likely got stopped out on Netflix today. So that's about 2 or 3 losses out of the list of 40 so far. Pfizer, we did have the reversal down, hit the trigger, then we hit the target, and came back up. So Pfizer had a good win today. Money to be made on Pfizer. Pinterest, PINS, broke the trigger, hit target 1, hit target 2, and just shy of target 3. So Pinterest was a big winner today. Palantir, we had I was going to say a big winner, but we were looking for the reversal here. So this was just a 2-2 continuation for Palantir. Plug Power, PLUG. We played the outside bar, hit triggers here, and we hit our first target for a win. Okay, so win on Plug. Peloton, PTON. This, we looked for a reversal. It went the opposite direction, so Peloton wasn't even a play for us today. PayPal, inside bar, triggers, targets, done. PayPal's a winner. QQQ. If you guys have questions about this stuff, let me know, but it's very, very simple, okay? Look, we had a 2 up that finished red, okay? So we were looking for a reversal. We didn't trigger, so you shouldn't even have been in that play unless you were trading intraday on inside bars or outside bars or reversals, okay? We look on Roku. We triggered on this inside bar. Our first target was this pink line, which was also the entry for the 1 week swing plays, okay? So Roku, we had a winner. Snap, SNAP, inside bar. Broke the trigger, hit target 1, hit target 2. Winner on Snap. SQ, guys, most of these were winners today. Inside bar, trigger, target, done. I'm going to rip through these. Teladoc, trigger, target. Wait for those lines to come up. Trigger, target, 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 done. 1 trigger, 3 targets were out. 1 target you could have been out and left some runners on, okay? That's on Teladoc. Target, TGT. We're stuck on this inside bar. Full time frame to the downside. That will be on our list for tonight. Ford, I thought this one would reverse. We just had a continuation higher on Ford. So no play. DWAC, I thought we would stay inside bar. We triggered. We didn't quite hit targets, okay? So you likely got stopped out on this unless you grabbed some quick profit on it, which would have been small. DIA, we looked for a reversal. We did not trigger, so you had no play on that unless you were intraday trading. Here we go on GE. GE, we had a 2 down that finished green. We triggered here, hit targets 1 and 2. So first target was here. Second target was just a little bit higher. So GE would have been a small win, but you hit targets. SoFi, this would have been tough. You had a target here that you hit off of your trigger, the pink line. Okay, and then we ended up having an outside bar on this. So that was a high. So we opened up here and we went low. So this would have been a loss. So we maybe have 4 losses on the day, guys. out of our list, IWM, I know we did not hit triggers on. So if you didn't take your profit, again, it would have been small. If you didn't take it, you would have lost out. And that's okay. Sometimes we just don't win. We're not going to win every time. It's never 100% true to fact. Okay, Cisco CSCO. We opened up. We hit triggers. And there was no targets to be hit. So we likely got stopped out on Cisco. So now maybe we're at 5 or 6 out of 40. Macy's, we hit triggers. We also hit targets on Macy's. And again, small profit, but we did what the candlesticks told us to do. We triggered and we hit magnitude, pivots, targets, whatever you want to call them. We hit them on Macy's, okay? WFC is Wells Fargo. This was a gap up. We can go look at this one as we're getting to the late stages here of the list. See what happened. So Wells Fargo is not something I would have played on the gap. We had the gap up, and then we stayed inside bar. So we're an hour and a half in. I'm probably out of this thing. I'm not looking at it any longer. To me, it's just going to chop around, and that's basically kind of what it did. It just chopped around all day on Wells Fargo. CMCSA is Comcast. Here's another gap, okay? It's in the same thing on Comcast. There's two ways you could have played this. You could have said, well, we had this first 30-minute bar. Second 30-minute bar was an inside bar. You can play this, and we play it to the downside, and you would have had some money here. And then we just chopped around. So again, because of this and this, we didn't break outside of this first candle, okay? We just chopped around within that first mother bar candle, and that's it. Okay, so again, CMCSA, I probably wouldn't have played that for today based on the gap. Okay, guys, that's it. Again, we had, how many did we have on here? 46 minus 2, so 44 plays, 6 of them. 6 plays out of 40. That's less than 10%. So you had a 90% chance of winning and being in a good trade today out of the plays that I gave you. And out of the top 5 I gave you, we go to the daily. Neo was a winner. BA, I don't recall now. BA was a winner. Okay, BA was a gap, so we didn't trigger, so we're 2 for 2. Marvel was a winner, 3 for 3. Starbucks didn't trigger. We're still inside bar, so this will be on our plays for today. And then Oracle, we bumped up just a tad. We did not hit target, so you know what? I'll be generous. I'll give you guys a loss there. So realistically, on those top 5 plays that I gave out for you guys, we are 3 for 4 because one of them did not trigger. So 75%, guys. Nailed it again. And we'll do it again tomorrow. So check out those videos. They'll be up soon. Until the next one, bye-bye.